The real accomplices. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Now, when the CCP sees dissent building anywhere inside China, it moves really quickly to shut it down, scrubbing all of it from their social media, such as what happened over the weekend when more than 200 students protested all those harsh COVID measures that are in place at Peking University. They're brave kids. Because if the offenders' views are deemed to be a danger to the communist state, a real danger, they'll be arrested, and if released, their passports confiscated. Well, that's what they did, remember, to that poor Cardinal Joseph Zen in Hong Kong. The reflex to silence opposition voices in a totalitarian state is one thing. But now it's also the impulse of Democrats here. With the November blowout looming and their party on the ropes, they're acting more like President Xi than President Kennedy or Bill Clinton. Their new motto seems to be, if you can't beat them, use your corporate shills to censor them. The justification is always some horrific shooting or a protest that goes wrong. And if the facts line up just right for them, they tag Republicans for it, and they did that, of course, with this weekend's horrific attack in Buffalo by a deranged racist.
Social media platforms that need to be monitored and shut down the second these words are espoused out there in these platforms. It has to stop.
Obviously, you have to balance the free speech issues, but freedom is so important to us, but that freedom also carries a public safety with it, and we have to balance those.
Oh, thanks, Nancy, because it's always portrayed, isn't it, as a noble endeavor, when the left, of course, wants to limit your speech. It's only a few key words.
Key words show up. They need to be identified. Someone needs to watch this and to shut it down the second it appears. And short of that, we will protect the right to free speech, but there is a limit.
She thinks that we're stupid and Albany is corrupt, but we're not. The Angle, as always, condemns all violence and believes in the most stringent prosecution of all violent crimes. Like the overwhelming majority of law-abiding Americans, we find racial and ethnic hatred, whether white on black, black on white, or Chinese on Taiwanese, to be repugnant under any circumstance. Yet the First Amendment exists to protect speech we don't like, not just speech we agree with. There are only narrow exceptions to the near absolute right to political free speech in America, such as a clear incitement to violence, for instance. If we're any different, the party in power will find any excuse to stifle free expression in order to insulate itself from accountability. And local thinking is so warped that she thinks there should be limits on speech, but none on abortion. In fact, the woman just committed $35 million to urgently support her state's abortions. And look, we don't need to belabor the point that these so-called liberals never move to circumscribe expression when the killer is a neo-Marxist, an MSNBC fan. In most cases, the carnage is the act of a disaffected lone wolf. That killer always has complex motivations and a hard-to-pin-down ideology. But the truth is, the 2019 Daytona massacre with Hunter Best tweeted support for Antifa and extreme anti-police protesters. But the media, they took great pains to describe him as just a deranged nut who's obsessed with guns and action. Yet even the Buffalo authorities confirmed that the Buffalo killer was a lone wolf. The gonzo journalist at Rolling Stone said, no. There are accomplices here. Republicans. And it's so weak. I don't even want to talk about it tonight because it's so predictable. It's so lame. Because the real accomplices are in the media. The media that are propping up an administration that has brought this country to its knees with policies making American families poorer every single day. And they've tried this attack so many times. They tried to censor opposing views during COVID, including ours. They tried to criminalize their political opposition after January 6th. And none of the anti-free speech tactics ever worked. Eventually what happens is the truth blames the GOP. In fact, most Americans think that Joe Biden is a complete and total disaster on every level. Think about it this way. We have the equivalent of 20 Buffalo shootings in Chicago just over the past 5 months. The Democrats seem to care. Do they look into the root cause? What to do about it? Not really. No and no, I say. It's all become a political game to them. We've had governing matters, policy matters, the economy matters, education and the border matters. And you bet crime matters too. And the Democrats are 100% incapable of stopping it. Instead, they're using the federal government to canonize their sick narrative and elevate their selective concern for life.
So your assessment that white supremacist extremists are the most lethal threat we face in the homeland today?
Mr. Chairman, I do believe that the intelligence reflects the fact that indeed that is the case.
We had 100,000 drug overdoses in the last year alone. It was fed largely by China and Mexico, the cartels. But white supremacy is the problem to him? If that's the case, that is horrific. It's terrible. But it's weird, though, that when recently pressed for specifics on this urgent threat, Mayorkas came up empty.
How many cases involving white supremacists and domestic terrorists have you referred to DOJ for prosecution?
Congressman, let me
simple. Do you not have the number? It's a simple number.
You've made some profoundly inaccurate statements.
No.
That I would like the opportunity to correct. Congressman, I will provide you with that information.
So you don't know?
Subsequent to this hearing. I do not have.
So you can't name one case yet. According to a new report from the U.S. Department of Justice, almost half of all the criminals prosecuted in federal courts in 2018 were aliens, charged with crimes ranging from drug trafficking to murder and to kidnapping. How many cases involving white supremacists and domestic terrorists have you referred to DOJ for prosecution?
Congressman, let me
simple. Do you not have the number? It's a simple number.
You've made some profoundly inaccurate statements.
No.
That I would like the opportunity to correct. Congressman, I will provide you with that information.
So you don't know?
Subsequent to this hearing. I do not have.
So you can't name one case yet. According to a new report from the U.S. Department of Justice, almost half of all the criminals prosecuted in federal courts in 2018 were aliens, charged with crimes ranging from drug trafficking to murder and to kidnapping.
Look, the Secretary of Homeland Security is just not a serious person. He has zero credibility on any threat assessments. After all, he presides over the massive inhumanity and criminality taking place every day and every night at our southern border. Democrats are losing America, including their once unshakable grip on minorities as well. And voters know damn well what matters most right now. It's baby food, it's gasoline, it's the border, it's wasted money in foreign wars that we haven't even declared. And they want killers, no matter what their bizarre ideology, prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And we know now why today's liberals love China so much, don't we? Because when things go bad there, they can just shut down entire cities, round up and silence political opponents, and even make them disappear. But we're the United States of America, and we're not falling for their games of distraction and demonization. And that's the angle.